Hey guys, my name is Brandon Lee, and my group mates are Chen and Yuxuan Jiang. So in this design project, the potential products our group created is a 3D facial recognition system to be installed in the gateway and the entrance of our school facilities, such as the recreational centers, the dining halls, the dorms, and the libraries. So before, as a starting point, I think we have to understand what 3D facial recognition is before introducing our project. So there are actually three components of 3D facial recognition. So the first one is the three-dimensional scanning, which uses a 3D sensors to capture the shape of our faces. And the second one is the skin texture analysis, which helps to differentiate identical people, such as the twin brothers and the relatives. And the third component is actually a thermal images that helps the camera to see through accessories like glasses, heads, and piercing. So the first question we think is important to evaluate whether our product is suitable for, like the design is suitable to be implemented in our campus is how to ensure that the face scanning system is more efficient than what we have right now, so that it makes it worth investing for the school. So we think that the system can actually speed up the sign-in procedures for our school facilities to encourage students use it more. I mean, like to increase the utilization rate of our school facilities. So, and also to solve the problem of losing the ID cards, because like students always lose their IDs because they walk around the campus, or maybe sometimes the barcodes behind, like at the back of the ID cards, are easily damaged, so that it costs student money or time to get it recovered. So we want to create a worry-free campus or campus life. And we also think that the system can also be used in the future for taking attendance to deter skipping classes, like to deter students skipping classes. And to answer the question, we found a related research about adopting what kind of technology to be adopted into the cameras. So we look at a research called highly accurate and fast face recognition using near infrared images. So this is done by some Chinese and American scholars. So they recommend an efficient recognition system should have a novel design of camera hardware, a learning-based procedures for effective face and eye detection, and recognition with the resulting imagery, and it has to pass a FRVT test, which means so the FRVT actually refers to it actually refers to a face recognition vendor test. So with passing this test, the system will demonstrate an excellent accuracy and speed up the usability of the system. And the third thing to mention is the hardware has to minimize environmental lighting and delivers face images with frontal lighting. So the scholars actually recommend two methods to do this. So they recommend to mount a near infrared light emitting dioxide, which is LEDs, on the hardware devices, so that it provides active lightings anytime. And the second method they use is to put a long pass optical filter on the camera lens to cut off the visible light and allow the near infrared light to pass through the cameras, so that it also will become borderless to look at the user's face. So my roommate is going to talk about the second question.
So the third question is this a good method to strengthen the campus security? And the reason why this question is important is many people want to compare the security guards with the facial recognition, and some of them think like the facial recognition don't have the high successful rate, and they may be fail to recognize people and see them as a threat. Also, the efficiency of the facial recognition can be one of the worries about this technology. But this technology has already been used in other areas, so it shouldn't be a problem. For the related research, I found the article by Reid about the airport facial recognition. The use of facial recognition in the airport allows passengers to get through the gate much quicker and also safer at the same time. When passengers buying tickets from an airline, they can provide photo to airlines, and those airline companies can use the photo to identify the passengers. It usually takes minutes for passengers to pass through the different gates because it takes time for employees to identify passengers from their systems. However, by using facial recognition, it only takes seconds. The same idea can be used in the university facilities. When students get into the gym or like other buildings, they are requested to show their IDs to the employees. Then, employees need to compare the photos on the IDs and in the system. This process can take minutes and cost employment. By using the facial recognition system, the whole process can be faster and don't require any employees anymore. It not only saves time and money, but also improves the security.
Is raised concerning the way humans will interact with this 3D facial recognition is what are the psychological impacts on students and faculty due to a possibly biased facial recognition algorithm? This question is particularly important because there have been many mistakes big companies have made with high-level AI facial recognition systems due to gender biases and racism. Because AI is a new technology, it is constantly being improved on. But that does not happen without time and trial after trial, and the results of a biased recognition algorithm may be psychologically harmful to students and faculty. Misidentifying people of color can be seen as discrimination. This also raises concerns for people who change their facial appearance for cosmetic reasons, or people who use makeup to cover up wrinkles or change hairstyles. This can cause further insecurity and hassle to constantly receive new facial scans. Throughout everyone's college career, no one's face is constant. A research study that is related to this question shows how Deb Raji, a student at University of Toronto's Faculty of Applied Science and Engineering, along with researchers at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, analyzed biased AI facial recognition systems from big companies like Microsoft, IBM, and Amazon. They discovered that all of them had a tendency to mistake darker-skinned women for men. In particular, Amazon identified nearly 100% of light-skinned men correctly, but misclassified women as men 29% of the time, and darker-skinned women for men 31% of the time. This same technology from Amazon was piloted by police in Orlando, Florida. Based on these results, this technology could very well ruin people's lives, all due to racist biases. These algorithms are meant to be neutral, but they are based on everyday biases. For example, with a simple search on Google of healthy skin, mostly light-skinned women will pop up. It takes further scrolling to find dark-skinned women. Also, most companies who are developing AI facial recognition heavily consist of white male employees. Even though this bias exists, there are virtually no consequences because this is a technology and not a person. It can only improve through more tests and more usage from real people. However, Raji points out that even though people downplay the mistakes by saying AI is so new, she closes the article and states that if you're building a bridge would the industry allow you to cut corners and make those kinds of excuses? Our next question is, how will students and faculty's sense of personal privacy be affected by the adoption of a facial recognition system? This question is raised because in today's world, internet privacy has become more and more rare. Once information is put on the internet, it is released for anyone to access. It becomes into something that cannot be taken back. Private information becomes more difficult to keep private. Our facial identity is extremely important, and with the usage of an AI facial recognition system on campus, there may feel like a loss of privacy to students and faculty. Information is constantly getting leaked to public forums without consent. Students and faculty may not feel secure on their own campus. Street cameras on campus may also somehow be linked, as law enforcement is adopting AI facial recognition systems more often. This may make students and faculty feel a violation of basic citizen rights and freedom.
And for the related research of the fourth questions, I found the article by Martin N. called The Major Concerns Around Facial Recognition. This article mainly talks about the concerns of facial recognition technology. People worried about losing their privacy when using facial recognition. Unlike other things, people cannot avoid not showing their faces in public. By using the recognition, people may lose their privacy at any time, any place, which could be the biggest concern of facial recognition. Also, people worry about their photo being used in other ways and losing their privacy at the same time.